All right, here we go. Good morning. It's battle 2 of the campaign. I got my ass handed to me in the last one. I'm outnumbered again. I only was able to kill one squad in the first game. So James has got a bunch of crap, and I'll show you his stuff in a minute. For the Germans, we've got an Opel, 2 handle mags with MG42s. The Opel has an MG42 on the front too, so that's not too bad. And then we got the little war wagon here with the I think it's a 37mm anti-tank gun, and then a MG42 on the back. So I've got 3 transport vehicles. I've got a Puma, which you just gotta love, and hopefully that'll do as good as it sometimes does in the previous games. And then I've got a Brumbar, which I don't think I've ever used in combat, so we'll see. Pack 40, which hopefully will smoke some American stuff. German sniper team. An MG42 team that was worthless last time. I think they just sat in the building the entire time, and then American first squad ran up there and like stabbed them in the head. Panzerschreck team. And then an 81mm mortar team, which actually did get a round off and like hit one person last time before it got taken out. Got a veteran first lieutenant and a veteran captain with 2 guys with them, and they both have MG submachine guns, and one of them has a Panzerfaust, which might make them a cool little tank hunting team if they actually can get close enough. 2 veteran pioneer. 2 veteran grenadier squads, different mixes. These guys have got all assault rifles. These guys have some assault rifles and some rifles, but both have one machine gun. I got I think as the bolt action CP guys call this one the Der Hammer squad. So it's a pioneer squad with a bunch of submachine guns, a light machine gun, and a flamethrower. And then kind of an unknown factor, which would be kind of fun, is a Volksgrenadier squad. So I think they come in as like recruits or raw, whatever the hell they are, and then once you get one of them smoked, they can turn into something entirely. They can turn into a veteran or regular, a bunch of dice rolls. So God knows what they're going to be, but they're going to have they got a bunch of assault rifles. They got some Panzerfaust, machine gun teams. So they're either going to be really good or they're going to really, really suck. That's the German forces. Overview of the map. It's pretty big. It's not the full length of the table yet. Still haven't bought the last $75 Killingsfield map. But good terrain, I think. Got a small road here. Lots of hills. I'm very impressed with these mats and terrain. And the Americans will start in that far corner. I'll start on this road hex. And then we'll see what happens. Got no idea. And I will film the American side here, and I'll be right back. Alright, over with the American side. And I forgot, I have 17 order dice. The Americans have 20. They have almost 2,700 points, and I have 22 or 24, I can't remember. Just outgunned a little bit. Americans, I guess I can start with the All-Stars. They got a Ranger squad, came in new. They've got and then the first, second, and third squad. 4 squads all dead. That's the only casualties from the last battle. There's the freaking combat engineers. They're the MVPs the last time. And I can't remember which one of these guys is first squad from last time. We'll say that time. They were great too. The other guys didn't do a damn thing. They didn't even shoot a bullet. They tried to shoot and they were like a ½ inch short with that.
Yeah.
So they fired and killed some worms. They still got the captain. They still got a veteran first lieutenant, and now they have they added on a second to bring in the second platoon. They have a veteran second lieutenant. Extra reinforcements. They have 2 half-tracks. They got a Greyhound. I think the half-tracks are regular and the Greyhound's veteran. And then this is the fun part. 2 tanks. They got an M10 tank destroyer, and they've got an EZ-8 Sherman, which is my buddy Greg's favorite tank in the universe. And then a Deuce and a Half. I think James and I painted those yesterday in that Opel over there. Zoom in, you bastard. Come on, zoom in. Maybe it won't. I'm just going to make everybody throw up. Yeah, there they are. Those guys. You did a great job on that. So they got the 2 trucks. And then the rest of the Americans, they got the squads. They've got a medic. Hopefully he'll do something this game. I think he got a chance to do a couple things last time. It didn't do anything. We got the 230 cals, which did play a good role last time. They wore out a couple people. I found the 60mm mortar to be frustratingly stupid, so it just magically became an 81. I think that they poured fertilizer on it, and I gave him a spotter. That short range and no spotter kind of, I guess they were useful in combat, but I couldn't really. They kind of were frustrating to me. And then a bazooka team, and this is the fun machine, the Long Tom 155mm killing machine, like the Death Star. So that should be fun too. They got their spotter. So that's it. Options for James. He can get 2 moves with everyone who was in the last battle, free moves, and or he can hold them back and then bring them in on reserves if he wants to. And then the Rangers, of course, will get their 1 free move, so they'll get 1 move free before anyone comes in. And then the others, whatever else, if he wants to bring everybody in and run them, they can get out in front of this. And then everyone else will come in as reserves, and they'll have to roll to get onto the board. So we shall see what happens, and we'll start turn, I guess it'll be turn -2. And we're going to try to get 10 turns to get off that edge. And if he doesn't make it, we're playing this his ears. We're kind of playing loose here. But if the Americans get defeated, we'll fight this battle again with a fresh group of whatever the 2 try to push through to try to get to the 3rd map. So that's what we're going to do, and I hope it's fun. Alright, see ya. Alright, so here we are after the free moves. There's first squad. They were the MVPs last time with the engineers. It's the Rangers got their 1 free move. They're coming up behind first squad on the left side of the map. And he's got 2nd and 3rd squad over there, going up towards the back of that house, which is freaking me out how fast they're going. And then machine gun team trying to keep up. Medic, the 1st lieutenant. It's got a captain over here with the 1st squad and the engineers, but sorry, the engineers are on that squad. I'm getting confused with everybody. But they are moving on up. That's the 2 first pre-moves. Awesome. Alright. Now we will start turn 1. We'll start drawing dice, and everyone has to come in as reserves. So, it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. Ciao. Alright, we're in the middle of turn 1. He just kept pulling American dice. So he's moved a couple guys up. And he's moving. And we got our first vehicles on the board. Got the bush wagon and the regular wagon, and then the 2.5 ton over there, which is actually towing the big gun for him. I finally got a freaking dice out of the bag, so I just brought the Puma onto the middle of the map to kind of just say we're here. So I'll let the Americans know the Germans are actually not going to just let them have the board. So we're going to keep on going, but it's not been a whole lot happening. Just guys, Americans moving up, and that'll actually, hopefully it will give James some pause that I just put that thing out in the middle of the battlefield. So we will continue turn 1. Real quick. Germans got a couple dice in a row. We got a mortar back here hiding. Opel towed in. Dropped the pack 40 behind the wall. Got all the boys in the back ready to party. That's the Volksgrenadiers sitting back there. James did an awesome job on them. And that's it. We'll see what happens. First shot of the game in turn 1. James got a little wild and brought up 2nd squad, advancing into this little pasture, I guess is the best choice of it. But had good cover. It was a 6 to hit, up direct fire or indirect fire. So the Brumbar rolled in and advanced and fired the 152 and rolled a big old 3. But at least somebody shot. I had a Hanomag fail in order, and an Osser crew came in there along with that infantry squad. So Germans are coming onto the map. Americans actually brought in some armor too, which is cool. M10s on the map. So we're James has got the next dice. But he's moving up. The combat engineers. Is that them right there? Where's that?
Behind the building, yeah.
God, I hate those bastards. All right. All right. Well, we're almost done. Everything I got left for this turn is down, so it'll be up for James. And then I've got the failure. These I'm going to call these guys Der Failure. They couldn't get on the map. We'll see you. Turn 1's done. That was all my down boys still in vehicles. There's Der Failure. Forgot to put gas in the car. Germans slowly getting onto the field. I don't think I have anything further right. Puma's as far as I got. Americans and ballsy. And they're all, if you look over there, even more nuts. That's first squad from last game that was nuts. And then the Rangers are with them. There's American armor coming on with the truck. That's Easy H Sherman. Beautiful. And then the M10's coming out. And then he's got the armored car screaming just cut between the two half-tracks flying up. The medic needs to quit smoking. He's getting out there. That's turn 1 done. We're going to pick the dice up. And I think we're going to have some casualties. I can feel it. We'll see what happens. It's going to be good. All right, we'll see you in turn 2. Dice out of the bag's German. Probably could have shot, but I don't know. I don't want to blow my load right away. A Der Failure is no longer a Der Failure. They after failing their first time, they went 18 inches coming off the road hex. Try to reinforce the right side because a little bit concerned about all this shit over here. So we'll pull the next dice and we'll see what happens. All right, second dice out of the bag. Second lieutenant's running up to lend some moral support to the boys behind the walls. The front line. Everyone's kind of biding time to see who's gonna make that first screw up. Second dice, American half-tracks moving up. Probably the other one's gonna move up here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bush track and the half-track. We got spotters and bazooka teams and everything else. Oh God, I'm getting nervous. I'm gonna go pee. All right, there we go. Turn 2. Nothing big happening yet. Deuce and a half, advance forward. Dropped off the 155 behind the hill. Oh, God. Machine gun moved up there too. She's in the bushes trying to cover him. So no one's getting near that for a while. But that's he's blind until his spotter gets out. That's rolling along. The next dice, the war wagon moved forward, advanced, and dropped off. Freaking they ran outside behind this hill. They're kind of getting ready for these guys to come at them. First squad and the Rangers. But it's the Pioneers are on the field with all their guns. Yes. All right, baby. All right, we'll see what happens next. Next dice, the Opal. Don't mind the guys that are still sitting in the back. They're just a figment of your imagination because they jumped out. The Volksgrenadier ran up with all their assault rifles and Panzerfausts, and they are backing up the Pioneers. So they're going to be either awesome and total dog shit. We're heading for a confrontation with Team Kickass. He still got me outgunned. But we'll see. At least I got somebody out there. Alright. First kill of the game comes in turn 2. The PaK 40 team fires a high explosive round at second squad. They went down. Oh, it's only one guy was going to get killed, but they killed one guy. They almost took out the officer. They rolled a 6 on the first dice, but then I rolled a 1 like a usual me. So there we go. One guy dead, 2 pin markers. Turn 2 just got real. All right. That's kind of a cool view. I like that. Sorry. I'm going to enjoy this, the theatrics. Call me Steven Spielberg. That's going to be awesome over there when those guys start hitting each other with shovels and crap. Oh, I can't wait. Alright, we'll see ya. Next dice out of the bag was the Brumbar. Fired in a high explosive round. Drilled them. Killed 2 more guys. But I only rolled 1 pin like a loser. So they're up to 3 pins. It's not a good day for them. They got 3 guys dead. And 3 pins or 4? 3 pins now. So they're... Alright, see what the Americans could do. Into the dwindling moments of turn 2. Handle mag. Move forward. dropped off the veteran grenadier squad. They ran, so they can't shoot, but they're getting. They can hear the footsteps over there. They got a. I think that's third squad over there behind the hill. This poor second squad's getting effed. Hanamag fired machine gun rounds at the at those poor bastards in second squad. They've been hit enough. And one more pin. They're up to 4 pins. Other stuff that James has moved up is M10. Moved up his EZ8. He's still got... Last 2 guys that haven't gone yet are this... I think it's first squad. And then the Puma. So, go ahead and pull a dice, James. See who goes next. And we'll go from there. Where the hell's the Puma? There it is. No, it's not a Puma. Who is it, me? Oh! Was it you or me?
It's me.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right, we'll see you. All right, turret 2 ends with a bang, not a whimper. The Puma raced up on the hill with the last dice after the American troops kind of got worried about the Puma. He fired at the M10, hit it, but this did the minimal damage. No damage. Got 2 pins on him, and that's it. So Germans are doing pretty good here. We're actually representing, and Americans are consolidating on this hill very nicely, and they're got some serious crap going over there. This poor second squad's got to get out of that hell on earth they're involved in. But we will we'll get going here on turn 3 here in a minute, picking the dice up. All right, we'll see you in turn 3. All right, Hanamag 112 went up onto the hill, and everybody was in that bitch. Sniper team. MG42, he's a first lieutenant, and then the Panzer Shrek team. I got them all out. So wasn't the best first move, but I had to get that established. So they're out there. All right, this will be live action. Dice number 3, the German veteran Grenadier squad ran out and opened up on the U.S. troops and killed 2 of them. Put a pin marker on them. And then here comes the inevitable counterpunch of doom. See what happens here. Alright, we'll get back to it after I get smoked. Alright, Americans got their first dice and they just said fuck you to the Germans. Ran forward and killed 3 of them, put a pin marker on them. Oh, that's second squad. That's third squad. Third squad doing some damage. Finally, they got to shoot at somebody. So that's awesome. Alright, we'll see ya. Hanamag ran up, shot the... Well, didn't move. It was their last turn. Fired a medium machine gun. Plinked off another guy. Another pin. So, yes. Da Fuhrer. We'll see ya. James moved the half track up. That guy he's on Motorola. Made the phone call over to the Long Tom that shot a school bus across the battlefield. And hit a 6, first shot, right on the Pak-40, and just killed everybody. Killed their mom. Killed everybody. They're dead. Nice shot. Oh, God. It's time to... It's a whole different ball game with the Long Tom shooting now. It's just like everybody does. It's like the Death Star. It's like that's on the battlefield. All right. James is happy. First, took a dice out. It's a victory point, too. Way to go. I took a dice out of the bag. You go ahead and take one of my dice and put it on the side. Turn 3 is getting good. Oh, I've lost my freaking anti-tank capability. Okay, now it's getting stupid. We'll see you in a little bit. Jesus.
Next.
I'm up. I gotta think of something. I gotta shoot the Brumbar. I got before the Brumbar gets taken out. Bush Track. James made that. I love that name. He advanced up, dropped off the mortar squad, consolidating behind this little bungalow. I'll have to see what happens. Sweet. They're in range of most of my shit now, so that's... God, that looks awesome. Alright, I gotta go next. I gotta fire the Brumbar. We'll see what happens. The Germans weren't fucking around after the Americans fired the Long Tom at them. The Brumbar fired in a round, killed 2 more guys, rolled 6 pins. So they had 11 pins, so they're pinned out. They all just looked at each other and started just friggin' pulling hand grenades on each other. They all died. So it's good. It's 2 victory points, 1 each. 1 each, baby. And they're looking over at their barbecued buddies and got payback. We got you, man. We got you. We're still in turn 3, aren't we?
Yeah.
You called it. You said it was going to be a nightmare. All right. All right. Ciao. M10 crested the hill. aimed up on the Puma. Puma activated its Reese move, ran away. When he bravely ran away. So he got out of there. So that cleared the whole middle of the battlefield for James.
Puma, but
Yeah, Puma's gonna run away like a little girl. All right, Easy 8 Sherman, after the M10 cleared the way, he just rolled out, and then you can see what he did. He got a massive damage on it, and then rolled two. You know, it's like we're at 12, I think, with the 6 plus the 6, and then rolled. We just did the first dice, it was automatic death anyway, so blew that handle mag to pieces. Poor German's got another dice knocked off the table. Fatherland, not looking too good. We got this shit. The War Wagon ran out with his light anti-tank gun and fired. I was debating about firing the truck because I didn't think I have a hell's snowball's chance in hell of penetrating the Easy 8, but got lucky and immobilized it. So I've got 2 pin markers on it, and it's stuck there, which is, James said, it's not too bad to be stuck there. But let's see what happens. That's one less thing that's going to get off the map until they get a crew over there to fix it. All right. We got 2 dice left. I think we got the Americans over here, and I got the Volksgrenadiers back here. All right, we're going to finish up turn 3. Keep going, man. You're good. All right. First squad came out, the heroes of last game. They moved out here, and I couldn't help myself. So the Volksgrenadiers ran out there and killed 5 of them. Got a pin on them. They still have half their squad, but here comes the counter attack of the Rangers, which is going to be horrible. Well, we'll get right back to you in a minute and see what the Volksgrenadiers still have left. He's got the last 2 dice in the bag. It's the Rangers and an officer. Well, the Rangers racked up the body count. They ran up here and mowed down the storm with 3 guys left. They rolled like a 9 or a 10 or something for their morale check, and they're out. They're dead. So that's another victory point for the Americans. Americans, first squad's hurting a little bit. They still got some Medal of Honor winners in there from last game. Germans are up here on the hill. And that's the end of turn 3. We're going to turn 4. That was a good turn. We had some people blown to hell. We had howitzer hits. We had machine gun fights, close quarters combat. That was not boring at all. And then we got an immobilized Sherman. Of course, is in a phenomenal spot to kill the rest of my team. But and then I think over here is about to be dumb, because we got those guys, the engineers behind them, and then the armored car. It's going to be like a race to see who can kill that squad the fastest, I think. It'll be fun. All right, we'll see you next round. Ciao. First close combat. 3rd squad runs up, and with tough fighters, they killed 6 on the way in. Then they re-rolled 6 with tough fighters, and they killed 3 more. They only had 8 guys, so yeah, they're dead. We pull another dice out of the bag for the Americans. First dice, sweet. Thought I'd pull a truck to do my first dice, but I did it like a dumbass. But that truck is beautiful. The Opel ran forward and killed 1 Ranger with its machine gun, and now they're gonna hope they got bulletproof glass probably on the front. But they're done. Germans are Farfengrugen. They're getting their money's worth out of trucks and half-tracks. The MG42 fired and was a half an inch from hitting those guys. So that was a waste of bullets. So that kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I ran this half-track, advanced it forward, and fired. And I killed 3 of the guys on first squad. They had to make their desperation morale, but their captain was right there. So they got a big bonus, and they made it. So they got 3 guys left. But we're wearing them out. I think what else do we have? The Easy 8 Sherman tried to fire and failed his morale check. And then the M10 came up over the hill and tried to fire at the War Wagon, and he missed them. So that's where we're at, I think, right now, besides the howitzer missing the Brumbar by half an inch. And we'll see what happens after this. U.S. mortar took a shot and just missed the Pioneers. They're zooming in, so they're in ambush. So they're going to sit there and take it like a bunch of freaks, or they're going to have to move at some point here. Which they're going to drive them out of their hole. Americans are up right now, but Panzerschreck team moved up. The War Wagon fired a round again, hit the Sherman, bounced off this time, but another pin for the Sherman. Took the hit like a boss, though. That's kind of awesome. Americans are thinking about what they got left. They still got a lot of crap over here. With oh, hell. She's sleeping, probably? Alright, so I thought I was a badass, and I moved the Brumbar forward to try to kill these guys behind my daughter. And I missed, which makes me sad. I was half an inch outside of my half range, so then I rolled a 4, so I would have been like a half inch forward. If I would have crushed through the invincible wooden fence. I think, what else did we do over there? Oh, we forgot. The American first squad, the victors of the last one, ran advanced with their last 3 guys and went up against the, they sprung the ambush from the Pioneers. So basically they got smoked, they got wore out. So now it's the Pioneers have gone, their ambush is sprung, and the Rangers are sitting there. So I think that's what we're going to see next.
Yeah.
Rangers leading the way. They run forward, killed 5, and they got the double 6s, so they killed the flamethrower. Pioneers hurting, which is sad. My favorite team got dirt screwed. But God knows what's going to happen. Oh, and the turn, basically the turn ends, right?
Yeah.
And the double
no.
But it's just you?
Oh, we still got plenty of dice left.
Oh, okay.
Is that,
what's left? Oh, Jesus.
You got 2, I got 5.
Alright, my bust. A little premature there. I'll be back. I was going to say but I don't think there's anything that's going to save that truck, basically. I think that truck's going to get captured, too. So the Americans are going to get another victory point out of that.
Yay,
Raspberry Beret armored car rolls up with the 50 cal and the 20 millimeter and pumps some rounds into this Grenadier squad. Put 2 pins on them. Blew 2 guys away with the autocannon. Excellente. Turn 4 was bloody as forecasted. And we're going to take a little break here for a little bit and come back to it. The last move, the American truck, where's he at? There he is. Came hauling ass down the hill and fired his 50 cal and put a pin on a Panzerschreck on the far side of that building. And the last dice out of the bag, the Puma ran forward and tried to fire at the Greyhound behind that tree and bricked it. But that's the end of the turn. It's Americans are slowly grinding their way. Oh, and we'll look at another victory dice here in 2 seconds because that truck will be captured by the Rangers. And we'll have to remember that turn 5 will be something special here. Hopefully the damn Easy 8 crew can get their shit together. They keep getting pins and they can pass the test and start shooting stuff. But it's really going to matter on the Rangers and then whoever attacks across here. But we shall, we'll take a little break, but it won't feel like a minute to you guys when we come back in turn 5. Ciao. Start of turn 5. I didn't flip the dice. I started turn 5. We're back like the next day or the day after. First dice out of the bag was the Germans. I went with the Pioneers. They killed 4 Rangers. And then the Rangers went assault and killed everyone but the SMG, the NCO. And then the NCO basically died in the close combat. And then the Rangers rolled a 6 for the reconsolidation and moved behind the building. So they have hidden from all my machine guns, the bastards. We will see what happens. Look at that Panzerschreck team. They could run around and try to hit him with their damn rocket launcher. But that's the start of turn 5, and that's, or 6, 5. I don't know where we're on.
5, I think. We're
on something. All right, we'll see you. All right, next dice. The Brumbar fired on the Pershing. I mean, on the Easy 8. Easy 8 was fired indirect because it can't move. So I thought I'd do the final countdown. Play the music. Roll it.
3.
He nails it. The M10 fired at the War Wagon and missed it, and now the Easy 8 just rolled Insane Courage 2 in 2 seconds, cleared all of his pins, and just put one through the front grill. We're going to see if it blows up the War Wagon. And now you can see what happens to that guy's. I'm going to have to put a bumper sticker on him as I kill half tracks. I break for half tracks. He fired and went right through the grill with a massive damage, and then rolled a 5, and then blew the thing to total shit. That poor Panzerschreck probably got hit with a lot of shit, but with that, thankfully he's not in the rules. All right, damn, there goes my path. There goes the War Wagon. On yours. Puma tries to take out the Greyhound, and then he reversed hauled ass back there behind the hill. So we're going to pull the next dice.
Back there too.
Bushwagon drove through the gate like a dick. The neighbors are mad. Dropped off the medic. He advanced, fires his 50 cal, kills one of the veteran pioneers. No, sorry, veteran grenadiers, and puts another pin on them. They're up to 3, and now we got another half-track closing in. It's a half-track assault. I wish I had some half-tracks. All mine are blown up thanks to the damn Sherman. You suck. Other half-track ran up, dropped off the officer back there, dropped off a 30 cal in the woods there, and ended up killing another one of these guys. They're getting a bit low on troops. A little hole in their forces. They're still not at desperation morale. Now the 3rd squad, after doing nothing last game, is coming in to spray and pray these guys. Coming after the objective. It's getting ugly for the Germans. They're writing Hitler. Come on, take us home, man. It's not looking good. Alright.
Alright.
Oh, mathematics. The Panzerschreck team lost one of their members. They couldn't take it. The truck was shooting them. They said, fuck it. They ran out between the burning building and everything, and they fired their rocket, and the range is 25 inches. They missed by an inch hitting the truck. And now they are sitting right next to the Rangers. We might do the courtesy shot to the back of the head. Oh, that's embarrassing. All right, end of turn 5. We're going to go to turn 6. The 3rd platoon got hurt a little bit, we saw earlier. Officers moving up. The 1st lieutenant's moving up. 2nd lieutenant jumped out of the half track and was replaced immediately by the combat engineers who are getting ready for their suicide move. Medic is nowhere near anybody again. He's worthless. He needs to. Someone needs to do his his eval, and he's fired. 50 cal's been working it, and I think we ended up. I can't remember where we're at. Oh, the other. Yeah, that's about it. I got the Panzerschreck stuck out in the open, and the rest of the Germans up on the hill piled into that Hanomag, and they're going to basically try to reconsolidate on the objective and try to hold out for 6, 7, 8. No, they're not going to hold out for 5 turns. They're going to try their hardest, though. We'll pick up for turn 6. The Brumbar with explosions everywhere. Fires an indirect round at the Easy 8 and misses. So he's down on next turn 4, 5, and 6. If there is a next turn, we'll see. That was the first dice of turn 6. We didn't even roll this yet, but that's about it. The truck pulled up, fired a machine gun at this officer, killed one guy. Bazooka jumped out, went to fire at the Puma. The Puma put it in haul ass with its Reese move. And then the combat engineers jumped out, and they're getting ready to kick off the flamethrower on this poor, what's left of my German squad here in a minute. This should be a roastericious. We'll see in a minute. Yeah, you guessed it. Barbecue. Flamethrower left one guy alive with 8 pins, then the submachine guns. I didn't even get through them all. Just the first 2 guys coming through just blasted them. And they're toast. So they're all dead right now. They had 9 pins before the end of that. If they would have lived, it would have been horrible. But they're done. Engineers made their paycheck finally. They kind of were taking the rest of this battle off. Ugh. 3rd squad ran up from behind the building and assassinated the mortar. Now we're just waiting to see who kills what off. Here comes it's truck month. They're all coming in now. Armored cars, trucks, everything. And eventually howitzer rounds will start coming in too. So, bolt action version of The Godfather 2. My Panzerschreck team ran out there and put a rocket into the mud a foot ahead of the truck, and then they're like, oh, and then the Rangers just unloaded into the back of their head and just did the Spandau Ballet, getting ripped to pieces by bullets. So they're toast. It's getting hot over there for the Brumbar. Both tanks fired and missed. Auto cannons from the Greyhound, from the Greyhound and from the machine guns from the Greyhound are hitting it. Mortars landed, missed it. More 50 cals shooting at it. It's getting pins on it like it's cool. Flamethrowers right next to it too, which is gonna be bad for next turn. And then everyone's then 155 missed too, so they're down to 4, 5s, and 6s. It's getting ugly. All right, end of turn 6. Not looking good. It's kind of the mopping up. The Americans are in an all-out. Everyone's just running towards the objective. Even the medics keeping up. Everything's on fire. The Brumbar is still somehow alive, but everyone and their brother's zeroing in on him. He's got 3 pins now. Puma just does re-smooths all the time. He's worthless, and I've kind of consolidated the last of the Germans behind this wall here. I've got one half-track over there and one mortar team back here, but Americans are just pounding them now. It's getting ugly. But I don't know. We'll see if we did our point. When the next game happens, the Americans have to replace all the units they did lose with raw recruits, so they won't have high-class troops for the last battle. We did wipe out like 2 squads, I think, so 2.5. So maybe that'll help. We'll see. We accomplished something by losing our asses. All right, turn 7. Maybe we get some lucky here. The Brumbar's still alive. Everything's bouncing off it. The Brumbar got the first dice out of the bag. I probably should have moved, but I felt like I invested so much time in trying to kill the Sherman. I fired and missed again. Then the Sherman fired back. Well, the howitzer fired first and missed. Then the Sherman fired back and immobilized the Brumbar. So we stuck into that shithole. Then we thought the anti-tank might actually, what's it called? The M10 fired and hit but did not penetrate the Brumbar. So that's where we're at there. Also, the Puma just got pissed off and tried to kill the Bushwagon, but he hit it? No, he missed it.
Yeah.
He missed it. The Bushwagon, the bushes, it went through the bushes. Bastard! The Fatherland's final solution was to fire a sniper rifle at the medium machine gun team that hasn't fired a single bullet the game and put a pin on him. Yay! Brumbar is somehow living. It's got 10 pins on it, one more and it's toast. The flamethrowers hit it. Bazooka team fired at it. Both tanks have shot at it. The mortar, the howitzers have fired at it. The armored car fired at it. It's a great day on the Brumbar. But they are like popping Prozac like you wouldn't believe. They're down to like one more bad thing and they're done. They're going to open the doors and run away. Well, the super heavy tank lived up to its reputation, the armor at least, because James was saying every single gun on the table was firing at the Brumbar. Finally, a truck raced forward the 50 cal and scored one hit, put one more pin on it, and the crew bailed out the back and they all shot themselves. They scuttled the vehicle. So that's done. Damn, that was a freaking good ass ending. Oh, the end of turn 7, the end of the Brumbar. Yeah, Americans just moving up here. Rangers and the officer stayed hidden behind there. Germans popped off a couple shots from their Alamo. The Pumas, that's all we got left really. Puma, a sniper team, an officer, and a medium machine gun. I think everything else is... Oh, and a mortar team that's about to get assassinated by the 3rd squad just went over the wall here. So, we shall see. It's going to be ugly. The last 2 turns will be pretty brutal. So we're going to play them out here in a minute. The M10 finally does something. The Sherman fired to range in to see how close it was. It was a half an inch short of the Puma. So the M10 moved forward about 6 inches, fired a shot, penetrated the Puma, but only rolled a 1 for damage. Or no, it rolled in the middle on the damage table, so it only stunned it. So they went down. They've got 2 pins now, and the down thing is the screwed thing. Now they're stuck there. So we shall see. 3rd squad ran up from behind the building and assassinated the mortar. Now we're just waiting to see who kills what off. Here comes it's truck month. They're all coming in now. Armored cars, trucks, everything. And eventually howitzer rounds will start coming in too. So in the middle of all those explosions, a couple people came up and shot at him. But the best part, the truck, after finishing off the Brumbar, must have actually thought about what he did, because he shit his pants and rolled a foobar. And he's hauling ass in the other direction. He's gone. He's going out. I forgot my glasses. He's he's taking off. All right, turn 8 ends with the Americans going for the objective. Everyone except for the truck. Foobar. And the Sherman's calling for a tow truck up there. Guess we can get rid of that explosion by the Sherman, because there's no one zeroing in on him anymore. M10's moved off his hole. Germans fired a couple shots and rolled terribly from their machine gun, and the sniper team, they put some pins on that medium machine gun over there. Officer tried to shoot at 3rd squad and missed. James is saving the Rangers for the final battle. The engineers, they're behind the building. The Rangers and the officer moved into that building over there. And then basically everyone's closing in on the Puma, who's stunned with a turret jam. So Could be his last turn. We'll see. The Howitser's a 5 or a 5 and 6 to hit him next time. All right, that's the end of turn 8. We're on to turn 9, and then one more after that. Puma drives through the fence down the road, makes a big left turn, slams on the pulls the parking brake, fires the automatic cannon to the Puma. It doesn't penetrate it, does a lot of pins, but the pins blast, the high explosive blasts through and hits the officer and his adjutant and kills one of those guys. So, and they got a pin on them. So the Puma, where are we at now? Seven pins so far, so it's closing in on the fate of the Brumbar. M10 loaded a Nerf ball, fires, drills the Puma with a Nerf ball, so it doesn't penetrate. Though you have to roll a 2 or more to hit it. They both penetrated and got a 1, so Puma's laughing at him, but he's up to 8 pins. He's getting nervous. Hells yeah. Bazooka team runs up, launches a rocket right through the front of the Puma, gets critical damage, sets it on fire, and they all just burn up like a roast chicken. They're dead. All right. Oh, truck month continues. The half tracks both run up. Spray and pray the handle mag and blow it up. Actually, the regular half track, not the Bushwagon, rolled 3 6s. Sliced and diced those guys to pieces. They are dead. So I'm down to a machine gun that's already fired and an officer that's thinking about a career change. I got nothing. End of turn 9. The engineers get it done. Come up and kill the officer. Truck month blew that thing up. Just down to the machine gun team all by his lonesome. Americans are just moving towards the exit. They're going to get that victory condition. Truck couldn't get his shit together. He had to call his therapist, and he still failed his morale test. And I think the Rangers will have to come out of the building here this turn. But we're going to go to turn 10 here, and that'll be it. I think it'll just be a mop-up. The trucks will probably drive through the gate and run over my machine gun team, I'm guessing. And that'll be the end of that. All right, we'll see you. That says it all. The Howitzer. First shot. Going after the machine gun team. Doosh. Doosh. Well, they can't survive that. That's it. All right, so that's game. It's not even point even going on any farther. James did awesome. That's freaking hilarious. Let me put the explosion down. Ah! Killed them. Did. Boom. It's not. I think with the penetration, it's not even worth it. I think it's a heavy howitzer. I don't even know what the penetration's like. Gigantic. Sorry about this, everybody. I'm just kind of looking at the map here. It's +4. They technically could live with. No, they can't. The 1s would kill them. So 1s would ice them off. So they're dead. So that's it. Great game. The Americans get to keep all these units, or what's left of them. They get part of 3rd Squad, the engineers, and then a lot of the support units will survive. All the vehicles will come off. We'll say they still got the Rangers in there too. I better not forget about them. What's left of them? They got a couple of casualties, and they'll fix the Sherman, and the M10 will be fine. So they'll have most of this stuff on the next map. All this stuff, and then they'll also, then any kind of reinforcements they get will all be inexperienced infantry. So that'll kind of hurt them a little bit. And then we'll have the final battle will be again on 3 maps, and it'll be great. But I thought it was good. You like it, James? All right?
Yeah, it was great.
Jesus, I'm gonna go up and edit this and get it on the videos, but that was freaking awesome. I just kind of pulled a number out of my ass saying it takes 10 turns to get across the map, and they got there perfectly. Nothing moved. It was the first dice out of the bag in turn 10 was the Howitzer. And boom. Blast them. That's great. I love it. He's one shot, and the first shot was killed the flak Pack 40, and then it kills off that. So good game, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.